Hey, it's the Raw Wrap-Up. Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter. Back in the upper studio of Mayhem Studios, Sorgatron Media Central here in Pittsburgh, PA. At Sorgatron on the Twitter. Is my mic in the right place? Is this better? Is this better?
Hi.
Is this? Hello. Oh, that voice is my friend in San Antonio, Texas. He's the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling. He is Eamon Paton. Eamon 2, please.
Hello, Sorg. I'm usually not on for these, so I'm very excited to be talking about Monday Night Raw with you this evening.
That's right, a different voice of sorts. Thank you, everybody that's been covering the last couple of weeks. Of course, I've been out of sorts and out of time zone on the left coast, where Raw is a figment of their imagination, apparently. And thank you to the guys for picking up on that. So, Eamon,
Sorg.
Raw. What was the high point of Raw for you this evening?
I think it's going to be the high point that many people are kind of agree on. It was the big the collision, I should say, of two people that it's kind of been a dream match for a long time, and that's AJ Styles and John Cena, with an added little swerve in the middle of AJ Styles and the club finally showing their allegiance, and AJ Styles kind of going full heel, which I like. I thought it was a really great segment.
I thought that was really great. And you know, you tell me, you know, longtime wrestling fans that have been at this for a while, whenever you see something like, oh, the club's coming out, and you're like, does your mind just splinter at all the ways this could be? Like, oh, maybe we'll have a tag team match with these guys. Maybe this will happen. And then it's like, oh, no, he's about to turn, isn't he?
It was good.
Like,
I also, the thought we had, well, that Bobby had when in the hangout when we were talking was basically that John Cena was going to join the club, which could have been something, but hey, you know, I still, and the visual representation, I really enjoyed it. I thought it really made it feel like something special. You know what I mean? And we may get into it later, but I feel like that was much needed, especially in this Raw. But yeah.
And I thought really great, especially him coming out and starting with a speech of like, well, I guess while I've been gone, there's a new era, and you're all going to have to go through me. I think that's great. Now, what they do from here on out, you know, let's see. But having, just in general, him and AJ is the right way to go. I mean, they are the faces of separate companies, and it is a dream match, you know. And that crowd, you heard that crowd. It was amazing. It was amazing. Green Bay was on top of things tonight.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, I for that match, I don't know if they were on top of things for the rest of the show, because they were kind of.
I thought they were very. I thought they were very outgoing when it came to Reigns and Rollins.
They were. I don't know. I get that impression because they were very dead in the beginning. Like that opening segment was weird levels of dead. Like,
well, they also just had a 10-bell salute and a 5-minute package to remind them, hey, it's Memorial Day and people died for this shit.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, I think that sobers you a little bit, and then you have McMahon's coming out and being McMahon's. You know, I think it after that it does take a little bit for a crowd to get back into it.
No, I can see that. Yeah. As much as I thought them, obviously, we mentioned John Cena and AJ Styles. I thought the main event 6-man tag was pretty good. Other than that, there was a lot of interesting stuff on this Raw, I guess.
Well, they had a variety, I thought. Not all was going to be winner, of course, but I mean, we had a lot of tag stuff. We had a lot of Dudleys and Cass and Enzo. Good to see Enzo back in the ring, for one thing, because I kind of wondered, since he came out and still Cass was kind of in the singles matches, and was he cleared yet? He must be at this point. So good to see that he did come back so quickly. But no, I'm really happy with that. I think the Dudleys, as far as, you know, being the team that's kind of putting over the young guys, is being expertly used these days. They still feel badass and a threat, and you know, a little bit of a cowardly thing, but I think it really works for this.
No, I agree. I don't know. I like that match, but it was also like, I don't know, just from the way the announcers were selling it, I was like, this being like a big win in that for Enzo and Cass, and that story is fine, but the thing is, they've already beaten the Dudley Boys, so it's hard for them to be like, you know, yeah, like. That's
true, but still, they're still. I mean, I think, yeah, you've beaten them. doesn't mean they're not a formidable opponent.
No, not to say that, but what I mean in the sense of the announcers trying to sell it as like this is the like this is the turning point for Enzo and Cass. They just beat a big name team, and it's like, yeah, but you kind of already, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's still a perfectly fine match. I thought the opener was very weird, just from how long it was, to the fact that it didn't really accomplish a whole lot.
Well, I think that was really kind of the, hey, in case you didn't hear the news this week, like for the general public.
Yeah.
You're talking about like kind of the Stephanie and Shane coming out and talking about the whole SmackDown deal?
Right, but I think people went into this Raw kind of expecting, like, well, what are they going to say about the whole? Because we've only read what they posted, and it's very vague. What are they actually going to say about how things are going to go? And
right.
And the New Day was basically like, how are things going to go? And their response was like, we'll know eventually.
Yeah, we're going to keep you on edge and have everybody speculate for the next several months, right? Until this happens, next month and a half, right? And then you get to see what is the feedback, But I don't think I just can't see them, like, I don't think the New Day gets split up. They're too good right now, right? I don't think you do like Vaudevillains, Enzo and Cass get split up unless something really isn't working with some of them, right? And I think everybody's been expertly in a good spot there. In fact, even I'm loving Breezango. Is that where we're at now?
Well, they're calling them that, but on Twitter, I know they were calling them Febreze, which makes no sense.
Right, until you need a licensing thing for marketing. It could be a great crossover for them, though.
But Febreze, like, that's kind of perfect.
It is, like, phonetically. But, legal might have a problem with that. So
it's spelled differently. It's fine. I think. I don't know.
Can you argue confusion of trademarks?
Yeah, sure.
And when you have as many memes going on out there as you're going to have,
yeah,
I think that's happening. So, aside from that, well, altogether, tonight's Raw was watchable for you, Eamon.
Oh, watchable. I'll go about an hour.
An hour?
I kind of faded off during parts of this Raw. Like, it wasn't my.
I'm not pulling it like high regard or anything like that. And I know I probably I enjoy the Golden Truth stuff and the Febreze. There will always be Febreze to me. But I'm going a full 2.5.
Wow, different opinions here on
I'm in a good mood. I've had a good day. I've had a great weekend, and I enjoyed. And I sat back and relaxed and chilled this Raw for a good 2.5 hours with commercials.
I was gonna say commercials included.
The USA iPad feed, the official USA iPad feed, it now has all commercials. So I'm getting my fill of Popeye's chicken ads.
Yep.
Putting that out there. Anyways, guys, let us know how much of Raw was watchable for you this evening, because it is a trek with 3+ hours, of course. What did you like? What didn't you like? What do you think of our opinions about Raw? Let us know wherever you find this video or audio, on Facebook, on YouTube. Look for Wrestling Mayhem Show, and you'll find the Raw wrap-up. And all the past ones and everything like that. Although that'd be weird, probably looking at 3 weeks ago, Raw, our thoughts on Raw. I don't know. Maybe you want to see what we thought after WrestleMania. I don't know. Subscribe to it. The audio feed of this is on iTunes, Stitcher, not Spreaker, Google Play Podcasts, and where you find a lot of your podcasts these days. So please subscribe to it. Love it. Share it with your friends if you want to talk Raw with them as well, with our opinions. So thank you so much. Eamon2 Please at Eamon2 Please on the Twitter. Eamon Paton, the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling. Go look for them up over on Smart Mark Video. And of course, I'm at Sorgatron on the Twitter if you want to speak at me. WrestlingMayhemShow.com, SorgatronMedia.com. indiewrestling.us. If you get here in time, if you heard this very close to Monday evening, you may still be able to type in Memorial Day as your code, all caps, over on indiewrestling.us and get 50% off anything your digital heart pleases for digital downloads over there. indiewrestling.us, user code Memorial Day. And thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Keep it raw.